Hi everyone, my name's Bob Sprout and welcome to TVM News. Today we have a tale of corruption, drug addiction and endangerment of public health that will chill you to your very bones. We will be going live to an undisclosed location of a former employee of a very well-known fast food chain who will be spilling the beans on his former employer. I would like to point out that all names have been changed in this broadcast to protect people from any future repercussions. Hi, Donald, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you absolutely fine. Thanks so much for letting me come on and tell my story.
No worries, Donald. We really do appreciate you telling what can only be described as a very, very disturbing story. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about your early career with your former employer?
Yeah, sure thing. It all started when...
What do you mean technical glitches? You mean everyone can see him? Just carry on. There's absolutely no way I'm losing this interview. Just get on with it. Right? Is everything okay, Bob? Is there a problem? Just a few issues outside, Donald. Absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, okay, that's fine then. Well, to be honest, Bob, in the beginning it was absolutely fantastic. I was told that I was bringing the kids of the world joy and happiness, and at the same time also feeding them a healthy meal. I was getting paid loads of cash, I was going to all the big parties, there were loads of women. They really just couldn't do enough for me. Sounds like an absolutely amazing job, Ronald. Bob, did you just say my real name? No, Donald, I don't think I did. Alright, sorry Bob, I must have misheard you. To be honest, Bob, I'm ashamed to admit it, but after years and years of this, I became a drug abuser and an alcoholic. And while this was all going on, there were warning signs. People were calling me a bad role model. They were saying that I was causing heart disease, fat kids, diabetes, and all these other terrible things. That must have been very distressing for you, just knowing how much harm you're causing in the world. If I'm brutally honest, Bob, I didn't give a when you're all coked up and you've got money falling out your backside and you've got a beautiful woman bouncing on your and they tell you that all you need to do to keep that lifestyle going is to sell another fat kid a plastic toy and a burger, you really just don't care. So when did it all start going downhill for you, Donald? I was snorting coke, living off free burgers, washing it down with alcohol. I knew a change needed to be made, but I really didn't know what to do. One day I was visiting a friend of mine and he was watching a documentary called Earthlings, and I sat down there and I watched it with him, and that is when the penny really began to drop. Not only had I been destroying my own health with all the drugs and the alcohol and the burgers, I was also causing fat kids, diabetes, heart attacks, and for what? Then I realised it wasn't just my life I was destroying with all the fast food and the alcohol and the drugs, and it wasn't even just the people I was causing to get fat, like the kids, and causing diabetes and heart attacks and all that. There was billions and billions of animals that had done absolutely nothing wrong. I was helping the industry to kill billions of them every single year. Wow, Donald, that must have been a real mind f***. How did you go about changing your life after that eye-opener? First thing I did, Bob, was to go see my boss, and I tried to tell him that we need to make changes not only just to save our customers' lives, we also need to do it to save all the billions of animals. I can't imagine that talk went very well at all, Donald. No, Bob, to be honest, it didn't go well. I told him, I said, I'm not going to be marketing to kids anymore. I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm not going to cause all this harm to children and adults and animals. I'm just not going to do it anymore. And we really need to make a change, introduce some vegan options, and try and do a better job. So what was the response? They told me they would think about it, so I went home. About a week later, I got a phone call from them saying that a load of killer clowns were running around the US, and because of that, I didn't fit the image anymore, and they were going to have to let me go. They didn't care when I was a drug addict, they didn't care when I was knocking down all the alcohol, they didn't care when I was getting prostitutes every single day. They didn't even care when I was killing kids and billions of animals. As long as I did it with a smile on my face and threw a plastic toy at the fat kid, that was fine. It's only when I sobered up and opened my eyes and wanted to do things better that they let me go. Killer clowns, my Well, Donald, that is an absolutely unbelievable story. So what plans do you have for the future? Who is Donald? To be honest, Bob, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm now catering for children's parties, all vegan obviously. I'm also volunteering down the local animal sanctuary to try and put back a little bit and try and undo some of the damage I've done in the past. I would have come forward sooner, but I was too afraid of reprisals. That's why I'm so happy that you were able to hide my identity. It really means a lot, Bob. We always try to protect our guests at TVM News. I'd like to thank you, Donald, for coming forward. It's extremely brave of you, and we wish you all the luck in the future. Take care. Well, I think we can all agree that is a shocking story. I've been Bob Sprout. You've been watching TVM News. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.